I think it is very safe to say that the older generation is full of haters. Not all of them, of course. When I make generalized statements, they are generalized, yes, but I am not usually talking about the entire population. But if you have tried to take any kind of thing into your own hands as someone who's young, you know that some old folks just hate you. You know, they think they're better than you, they think they know more than you, they think you're stupid, so you should listen to them. It's nonsense, and their excuse, uh, just what? Well, I have more experience than you, boy. I lived, I lived twice as much as you've been alive. Okay, and what did you do in that whole time? You are so much older, but what did you do during that whole time? What have you achieved? What have you learned? And the answer is nothing. They never know shit. They haven't done shit. They are unhappy with their own life. So them seeing you actually use your own youth for something good, something that you want, it of course pisses them off because they know they wasted opportunities like this. So why are you still listening to them? I don't care who the person is. It can be your own grandma, bro. I don't give a shit. If you care about their words, you have already lost. And this is not a pride issue. It's a pride issue on their hand, not yours. You believe in yourself and they don't believe in you. If they never believed in themselves, how could they let themselves believe in you? It's too humble of a thing. You can't comprehend humility. They don't know what it's like to survive out here these days, man. Back in the day, they was working minimums and getting constantly promoted and shit. With any kind of job they wanted. And guess what? They could save up money, buy their own house, start a family, and be financially fine. Nowadays, we have 25-year-olds indebted to banks and universities and shit, barely getting a job. So that's that thing, right? Sorry for yelling, I'm just frustrated. That's that, right? Coming back to them just being haters. Well, if they can't understand inflation and, and opportunities and things like that, how can they understand your own plans? Your plans are the most unrealistic shit they have ever heard. They haven't read fiction books as unrealistic as your dreams. It's not a bad thing about you, it's a bad thing about them. Because like I just said, they just can't comprehend it. And I think it does come back to the same reason, being that they wasted their own life and they know it. They will never admit it. They would rather die before they admit it. But they do know it. Deep in their heart, if they have any, they know that they fucked up. They don't want to see you win. Forget the hate from your own age, right? Your own people who are supposed to be like-minded. If they hate you, right? Bro, old people, I mean, at some point it just becomes ridiculous. I just wanted to rant about that. So for this topic, that's it. But quickly, if you have been following the NBA, what the fuck? Now listen, for some context, I live in Europe, on the eastern side specifically, which means that I do not watch NBA games live unless I want to have fucked up sleep and and whatever. And I certainly don't want to rewatch every fucking game during the day, especially because it's really hard to not be spoiled. So instead I watch highlights, right? They don't tell the whole story, but when you don't know the result, it's fun. It gives you some perspective. Can you please explain how can I, by watching highlights, in just highlights, know that this game 2 of Lakers versus Thunder was the worst officiated game ever I've ever seen? And guess what? Oh, salty Lakers fan, OKC in 4. No. Look at the comments, everyone agrees. I feel like some OKC fans know this as well. I think they can understand that their team is insufferable. And they not only know that, they also know why. Their favorite team finally has a lot of success, but at what cost? Does LeBron need to drop 50, bro? Okay, even if we somehow get sorry, I stutter sometimes. Even if we somehow get Luka back, he doesn't get calls either. He constantly complaining. I agree, sometimes a bit too much, but I mean, if we don't get calls now, then when? That 3-pointer where I forgot who it was, but I think a little in the 4th maybe. There was a 3 that Thunder shot and they made it, and it was +1, and that's ridiculous. Or the one that, bro, the shot that LeBron made, not only they did not call that a shooting foul, which would have been a very useful 3-point play, they didn't even count the shot. You know, I could be watching your Pro League, and that's a good point. And I have way more experience in watching that than the NBA, for example. And I know that sometimes EuroLeague's officiating is also really bad. But this is a whole nother level. And it's been really happening for the past few years. Who is compromising the refs? I don't know what else to say. I don't know what else to fucking say. Also, how the fuck is OKC playing better when SGA is off the court? I mean, surely he shouldn't be the MVP even for that. I mean, I guarantee he will be, but whatever, I don't even care. I just want the refs to be fair. A little bit more fair. And, I hope the Lakers win Game 3. Because, look, we played so much better than in Game 1. And the Lakers got the lead. The Lakers got the lead. Let's just put on a blindfold and call whatever the fuck we want. That's how the refs acted. And if you disagree, I don't know what to fucking tell you. To be honest, Lakers in 7.